Is it just me, or does someone else find it difficult to start something new? Especially if you're a bit older and you're used to a certain kind of lifestyle or way, you know? You're used to doing things in a certain way. And now, when change comes, or it's time for you to change, you tend to find it somehow difficult. And it can be a little bit problematic because, one, we tend to overthink. You overthink everything. And you feel like you're not willing to let go of things that are familiar to you. For example, if someone in their 30s, 40s, 50s, or even 60s, when you tell this person to start something, of course, it can't be the same as telling a child or a teenager or a young adult to start something. For them, it's rather very easy. Their slate is way or is more cleaner than for this older person, right? But I think that regardless of your age, you should be able to start, you know? Change is the only thing that is constant. You have to be able to push yourself to start that thing that you've been postponing or that you've been meaning to do, right? Because I've also noticed, sometimes we find ourselves putting a lot of time, energy, money in things that are actually failing. They are not growing, they are not improving us in any way. And for younger people, I tell this to my daughter most of the time, like at least she has me, she has people, uncles, aunties, who can speak to her and tell her, do this, don't do that. But for those elder people, let's say you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, it's unfortunate. Most of the time, your folks or your parents, your uncles, your grandparents, people who would advise you, like true advice from the heart, most of the time they're dead. Okay, they're not there. So you feel like all this decision is on your shoulders. Okay, and we are humans. Sometimes we just need someone, by your side, or someone who tells you, I'll back you, you know, or I believe in you, or you can do this. Sometimes we don't really need someone at TCG to help us with what finances. Sometimes you just need that small push. It can be a word of advice. It can be, someone just believing in you, trusting in you, walking with you. It can be that. So for the younger generation, they have that. But now for the older generation, some don't. Okay. And I think that's also something that affects them. Like for me, not having both my parents, they're both deceased. Sometimes I get scared, especially when I'm making big decisions, because it's just me. And there's no one to ask questions or to tell me whatever it is that you're doing is right, or it's okay to try. It's okay to start. You're not wrong for starting. You're not wrong for wanting change. All those are excuses. I'm sure people out there have different excuses, different reasons for not doing whatever. But I feel like if inside you, your instincts keep telling you need to start on something, you should start. Go ahead and start. If you feel like you need to start something like a YouTube channel, you do it. Don't wait for the perfect time, because that's another problem people are facing. Huh? You stay there, you're waiting for the perfect time, and it never comes. The right time will never come. You'll always be there, postponing, waiting. And time waits for no one. You're 30 years now. You keep postponing, you're 35. Kidogo kidogo, you're 40. Who's to blame? Yourself. So just do it. And along the way, you learn. Okay. And what I can tell you is when you're starting, you'll be pathetic. You'll be, okay, not pathetic. Okay, you won't be good. Okay. For you to get to that point, you have enough reasons to see why you need to start this new thing. It can be a project, it can be a business, it can be a journey. You know, we are at different levels in life. Okay. But bottom line is just start. Excuses will always come. You'll always find something, a reason not to do what it is that you want to do. If you keep listening to your reasons, those excuses, you will never go anywhere. You will never grow. You will never move. And you know what they say, stagnant water smells. So, this is not me saying that your reasons or your excuses are invalid. No, 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 don't get me wrong. I am just saying that sometimes in this life, you have to push yourself. If you have to surround yourself, with people, positive people, you do it. Find those people in your circle. And those people who don't believe in you or, the naysayers, always thinking negatively, shunning your ideas, avoid such people. Okay? Because I also believe your environment or the people you surround yourself with really, really play a big, big deal in your life. Okay? So even if, like for the older generation, as I was saying, even if you don't have like friends or family, I'm sure God has a way of, He can't just leave you alone like that. There's always someone, at your corner somewhere. If you check well, you'll find them. Those are the people you talk to. Those are the people you get close to. Those are your people, okay? Those are the people you lean on when times are hard or when you need that push. But really, just start, okay? Start, even if you have to start from scratch. Kwanza, that's one of the biggest fears people have. You try to build something, you put all your effort, and then you have to scrap all of it down. For some people, they even have to move back home, start again from scratch. It might look or seem embarrassing, or it might look like you failed, but deep down in your heart, never forget the reason why you're starting. Okay? Stop listening to the world. We will always have something to say. People will always have something to say. If you get stuck and you don't do anything about it, people will always have something to say. If you decide to start from zero, if it's a business, you shut it down and decide to do something else, you're moving like this. So on your way, it will look like you're going down. And people will talk about you. Some will laugh, But that shouldn't bother you. Because by tomorrow, they'll be talking about somebody else. Okay? Remember, this is your life. Do what's right for you. If you feel crashing whatever it is that you've built to start afresh is the best, do it. If you feel the path that you started taking is no longer moving the way you want it to move, change. Okay? For some people, they get to a T junction. Okay? So then when you get to the T junction, you choose whether you want to move left or right. Okay? For some people or some circumstances, you have to reverse. Okay? I guess that's where most people feel like, I'll be judged or. But for me, it doesn't really matter. Just as long as you get to the right path, do whatever it takes. So if you have to put on the reverse gear, you go back like a few miles, a few kilometers, because maybe you missed a junction or you missed a way or a road, do it. If that is what it takes for you to get to the right path, do it. For some people, you have to go back to scratch. You have to start from zero. Okay? It can be in anything. It can be in love, money, relationships. It can literally be in anything. Okay? But I guess what I'm trying to say is do what you gotta do to put yourself on the right path. But you have to start. You have to make the first step. You have to, those baby steps. You can't, not like a huge leap. No. Baby steps. And while at it, don't listen to the negative voices in your head. Okay? I guess what I'm trying to say is sometimes in life, you'll have to do it by yourself, alone. You'll have to push yourself. But no matter the challenge, just make sure you're there. Just make sure you are at the starting point. But also remember, you cannot stay long at the starting point. You have to make a move. You have to move. Okay? For you to feel like you need a fresh start or you need to start something new, there's something in you that pushed you or you're tired of the old. I believe you'll do the right thing. I hope this video helps you. I don't know. I hope this video helps anyone out there. But just start. If you want to start content creation, stop thinking about it. Start doing it. And don't make excuses that I don't have this, I don't have gadgets, No. Just do it. Do it wrong, but do it. Okay? Do it start broke, but do it. Okay? You don't have to have like the best outfits, the best backgrounds, the best, I see people, like if they're trying to start, this thing, content creation. I see people even renting hotel spaces and apartments. And you don't even know if you'll thrive. Huh? So you start spending before even knowing if this thing, don't do it. Just start simple. Anza uko chini, okay? Stop wanting to start at 90% levels, 50% levels. No. It goes from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up, okay? Don't be afraid of starting from scratch. Don't be afraid of starting from 1. Even those people who are judging you, it's either they're too idle, too envious, for them to even be focusing on your life, to know that you're starting. Huh? And just don't mind them. We were born, we found them here, talking. We'll die and leave them here. So, it's no big deal. Nike said it, just do it. Okay? Do it. Do it. All you need is for you to believe in yourself. The rest is just propaganda. Okay? Believe in yourself. Believe in you. The rest, think of us as just spectators. And the good thing is nowadays people have TikTok brain. They get tired quickly. I'm like, okay, I'll see you. You're doing this. And then I'm on to the next. Okay? So if that stops you, you see, you're the one who's going to suffer. People really get bored and get tired easily. So let not people be the reason why you're stuck in a place where you don't want to be. Let not that ever be an excuse. It's not a good enough excuse. People must talk. And people must see. We have eyes to see. But if you can be able to convert that energy into something that drives you, perfect. But in the meantime, if you have to start, just know you have a very long way to go. So the earlier you start, the better. The best time to start was yesterday. If you haven't, then start now. Okay? I wish you all the best. I'm Miss Muithathi, and I'll see you in my next video. Cheers!